Hi, welcome back. I had mentioned about 2 weeks back that selling in global stock markets is imminent. It has been seen in this last week, and although Asia looks to be opening today on a sound note, I strongly believe that the selling is only going to increase during the course of this week and beyond. We should see a lot of selling in most global stock indices between now and June 23rd, which is also the date of the British referendum on whether Britain should remain a part of the Eurozone or not. Now, oil has continued to inch upwards, and due to certain artificial supply constraints, such as now there are some fires in Canada, uh, a certain oil kingpin has been ousted in Saudi Arabia, things like that. I feel that, and this is on the basis of my analysis, that you could see oil continuing to inch up intermittently. There may be corrections as well till about the last week of August, and thereafter you will see a severe downfall there also, as well. In fact, oil could close the year pretty much into the late 20s or early 30s. So people who are looking at the medium term outlook for oil should realize that does have a good downside in this year as well. Well, so you can see this year pretty much, you just can't take things for granted at this point of time. Even global stocks, after falling till about June 23rd, should be entering into good rally mode thereafter, to the extent that stocks could rebound substantially for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and the rally could be very sharp and very swift, but it won't sustain, and signs of a global recession will start becoming more and more uh, preeminent, prominent by then, to the extent that you will find global stock markets continue the downslide after the first fortnight of July 2016. This is how briefly I make the landscape of stock markets and oil markets for this year. As far as gold is concerned, in a negative interest rate environment, it should continue to do well, prosper. It's already up almost 20% for this year, and I think it's got a long way to go. I wouldn't be surprised if gold goes to end this year, 2016, at $1,500 plus a troy ounce. So we see a good outlook for gold. How these various asset classes fare in between, what are the reasons, why I expect them to move differently, I have all outlined in my book, 2016 Outlook for Stocks, Oil, Bonds, Currencies, Gold, US Elections, Weather, Geopolitics. Looking at US elections, Donald Trump seems to have taken a good lead, and we are obviously looking for a Clinton Trump fight uh, for the November elections in the United States. Who will eventually emerge Trump will definitely be a question that is there in investors' minds. I have gone through the various reasons in my book. You would be happy to read them. Why Trump has suddenly emerged as a big uh, winner, and despite his rhetorics, well, has taken an unassailable lead, is something which I have gone through in detail in my book, and you should definitely grab a copy and go through what are the reasons, how these US elections are expected to span out by November 2016 have all been spelled out. I clearly believe that you should um, take all these various factors into consideration, like even the weather, for example. Agricultural crops, I think, is going to be a very difficult summer in most parts of the world. Extremely hot conditions, and this is also going to be accompanied by storms which could impact um, and unseasonal rains which could impact agricultural crops quite dramatically. Now, once these crops get affected dramatically, then the side starts to get impacted as well, as a result of which the core inflation will start going up in many parts of the world. And when the core inflation starts going up, then naturally the various central bankers have to take cognizance of it. They will be loath to raise to reduce interest rates because they also have inflation at hand as well. But do not forget the fact that I'm expecting a full-blown recession, global recession in 2016. So in such a scenario, the only way out for these central bankers who have been infusing liquidity in the world from time to time, the only way out for them would be if they were to reduce interest rates, and in fact currency wars could emerge dramatically, because in a global recessionary environment each country will try to outbeat the other by trying to depreciate the currency, because they have no other way. The trade is not working. Trade of goods and services is just not working. So what else can they do? The only way they can try to help their economies is trying to depreciate the currency. So in this such an environment, um, you will find that currency wars could emerge, and this is not a great scenario for global prosperity. So by the in fact, I would say between September to December of 2016, you will start seeing not only signs, but it will be prominently displayed all over in financial newspaper headlines, all over the websites, that a global recession has come about. And today you may not realize it, but this is one of the predictions I've made in my book, uh, available on Amazon. Uh, and you definitely should get a copy of it. Enjoy reading, and if you have any questions, do feel free to email me. My email address is globalmoneyinvestor@gmail.com. I would be happy to address your questions and concerns. Um, I've definitely taken cognizance of some of the emails that I've received, some queries, and I'm looking forward to answering these queries and many more which are expected to. My purpose is only to educate, to bring about awareness in the minds of people who are lost, who are not aware of the realities, and do not just go in by various people, the only purpose of whom is to sell products to you, no matter what is the situation in the market. I have explained with reasons why I expect a global recession in this year, and I have pointed out periods in which global stock markets will not do well and periods in which they will prosper. So it's not that I have presented a bear and a bull case. You can select the periods in which markets will do well, but by the end of the year, the markets will definitely end, um, more across most global indices on a negative note. But anyway, do expect heavy selling in global stock markets between now and June 23rd, 2016. Take care. Happy investing. Bye.